When talking to CBS News this week, New York Archbishop Timothy Dolan compared gay marriage to incest, saying, quote, "I love my mom, but I don't have the right to marry her." But a new survey shows what he thinks and what most cardinals think is not what most American Catholics think. Why all the political pundits are wrong about the Catholic vote. That's in the rewrite. In the rewrite tonight, it is time to rewrite political pundits and perhaps your understanding of American Catholics. Political pundits everywhere, including on this network, are constantly talking about the so-called Catholic vote as if it is more conservative than the norm, as if it is somehow different than the norm, a subset worth describing in and of itself, the Catholic vote. I have for years inveighed against this thinking, pointing out that American Catholics support abortion rights in the same proportion as the rest of the country does. But getting political pundits to use facts instead of cliches has been no easy task. So the cliche remains in our political discussion that Catholics are more conservative than the general population. Please know from this point forward that every time you hear a pundit say that, you're hearing someone who does not know what he's talking about, does not know who he's talking about. A valuable addition to our understanding of the thinking of American Catholics has arrived in the form of a new study about Catholic attitudes on gay and lesbian issues. The big finding here, according to Robert Jones, one of the authors of the study, is that American Catholics are at least 5 points more supportive than the general public across a range of gay and lesbian issues. Let's begin where any study of Catholics must: sin. A majority of Catholics, 56%, believe that sexual relations between two adults of the same gender is not a sin. Repeat, not a sin. That's 10 points more than the general population. Catholics also score higher levels of support for these issues. Nearly 3/4, 73%, favor laws that would protect gay and lesbian people against discrimination in the workplace. 63% of Catholics support allowing gays and lesbians to serve openly in the military. 63% of Catholics. 60% of Catholics support allowing gays and lesbian couples to adopt children. 60% of Catholics in favor of gay adoptions. Now, you would never, ever know this listening to the way Catholic voter attitudes are erroneously discussed by political pundits. And Catholics are more supportive of recognition of same-sex relationships than any other group of Christians and the general population. Nearly 3/4 of Catholics support allowing gay marriage or same-sex civil unions. Only 22% say there should be no legal recognition of gay couples' relationships. And Catholics don't like the way the Catholic Church and other religions treat the issue of homosexuality. 70% of American Catholics say that messages from America's places of worship contribute to higher rates of suicide among gay and lesbian youth. 70% of Catholics think that messages from our churches actually contribute to the suicide rate of gay and lesbian kids. Well, what is this Catholic group? Is this some weird small subset of the American population, some little cult? Did I forget to mention that Catholic is the largest single religion in the United States? The largest? So the people we're talking about here, as much as Glenn Beck, Sarah Palin, and Ann Coulter might want to deny it, are real Americans. They are liberal Americans. They are liberal Catholic Americans. They're not some weird lefty cult. 70% of the people in the biggest religion in America believe that America's places of worship contribute to higher rates of suicide among gay and lesbian youth. 56% of the people in the biggest religion in America believe that homosexuality is not a sin. And 74% of the biggest religion in America supports marriage or civil unions for gay people. When Glenn Beck and Sarah Palin say that people who think that are not real Americans, understand that Glenn Beck and Sarah Palin are slandering 3/4 of American Catholics. And when Glenn Beck slanders those millions and millions and millions of liberal American Catholics, he does so because he believes he is religiously superior to them. He believes he achieved this superiority by becoming a Mormon, a religion that was founded in upstate New York by a polygamist who insisted that every known branch of Christianity, including Catholicism, is simply wrong. So Beck did not invent his know-it-all religious superiority. And what Beck clearly knows nothing about is what real Americans actually think.